All right, we got breaking news in here. Tush Push, okay? The final vote. 22-10. So that means it will not be banned because they needed 24 votes. I want to make sure I get this right. But that's what Adam Schefter is saying. So there you have it. A ban of the Tush Push did not receive enough votes at today's league meeting in Minnesota. So the play remains legal. Look, I am an Eagles fan, obviously, okay? That Tush Push has done a lot for the organization, I guess. I think it's Bush League. I think it's just like it's a lame excuse for a football play. It reminds me of little kids when you had a team that would run like the swinging gate or some crap that nobody could stop. I think it should be disallowed, and I think eventually it will be disallowed. I think that what was from my understanding, you really can't. There's not enough injury data to back up why we shouldn't do this, right? But there is data maybe to say that there will be injuries going forward, and that's probably one of the things that they tried to push in that vote. But it didn't go through. And I guess it was the Packers who really were pushing for it. So that makes, here's what I do love. That'll make the Eagles-Packers rivalry even more hated. I love when that stuff kind of comes back onto the field. Look, I'll be fine when the Eagles use it again next year. I think it's aesthetically, it's just stupid. And it's JV. And it's a shame the NFL can't find a way to stop it. Go ahead.
This is so funny. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I could not disagree with you more.
Well, tell me why.
I don't know. I kind of have that old school mentality of this is on every other team for not knowing how to stop it. I think you have to adapt here. I think you have to find your defensive tackles, your linebackers coming over the top. I think you have to find a way to stop this play. The quarterback sneak has been around forever, and it's hard to stop. Yeah. People forget Tom Brady was actually one of the GOATs at the quarterback sneak, right? When you need a yard. This is just a natural evolution of that. Jalen Hurts was special at running the football before this.
Yeah.
I don't see it as something that needs to be banned. I think, and here's the other thing I think too. So my perspective as a fan is, even if it looks ugly, it's football. Figure out how to stop it. My perspective for the NFL from an optics perspective, I'm really glad it's going to survive. Only because even if it gets banned next year, I don't think you want to ban this play immediately after the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Because I think that looks optically too much like you're targeting one team that just won. I think that looks bad. I think next year, let's say the Chiefs win again, or the Commanders break through, or somebody else, then you ban the Tush Push. I think that already feels a little bit better than you ban it the year after the Eagles win a Super Bowl.
Well, as an Eagles fan, I'll say I think we could be doing. There's a reason why it doesn't work, or other teams don't use it to the degree the Eagles do.
The Bills have used it.
They have. And guess what? It didn't work last year when it needed to work the most, right? In that AFC title game. They didn't get it. And so, the Eagles and Jalen Hurts and that amazing offensive line, maybe they could be doing this regular, Yeah,
I just think football, the best football coaches, I heard Belichick talk about this actually this past week. The best football coaches adapt to their personnel.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, for 5 or 6 years now, have had the best offensive line in the NFL, including the best center in the NFL. It seems like they might have hit lighting twice and have the best center in the NFL again, right? And the most durable between the tackles quarterback we've seen since Cam Newton, easily, in Jalen Hurts. So you adapt to your personnel. You come up with a concept that works for your personnel. It is on 31 defensive coordinators to figure out how to stop you.
They should have given. By the way,
I don't think it's the league's job to stop you. I think it's those defensive coordinators.
They shouldn't have given Nick Sirianni the extension yesterday. They should have given it to Swingler. I mean, that's pretty good.
I'm in. Let's go. I could use a raise.
By the way, I was listening to Philly Sports Talk Radio driving to the airport, driving to the airport yesterday, and they were all, Sirianni, I guess, is always late. And so they were waiting for him at the press conference, and he was late another a half hour, 40 minutes. And everybody's bitching, what could he be doing right now? Like, come on. Like, it's an extension. I thought that was funny. Like, you know, like when you're like insular, you know what I mean? That like tight knit media group that covers the team. Like, there's all kinds of little stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, I didn't know that Sirianni was always late like that.